And, well, in the second half, we're just going to play the whole album through, all 10 tracks, and maybe one more, if you know when to clap. So, going to begin with the story of an extraordinary woman. And she was born in 17th century Russia. Not the best place to be a woman, to be honest. And yet, in that very conservative society, she managed to rise up in the ranks of a rebel Cossack army. And she bore the title of a Cossack ataman, a commander, a leader of men. Now, the rebel army of Cossacks were fighting for freedom because the Tsars were about to enslave the majority of the Russian people as serfs and property of their landlords. And the Cossacks didn't quite like that idea. So, sadly, that rebellion was not successful, and who knows how Russia's history would have unfolded in the subsequent centuries if it was. Yet, of course, we should celebrate this amazing woman's life. Her name was Alyona Arzamasskaya, or Alyona of Arzamas. But I would like you to remember her as Ataman and call her Ataman, the Cossack leader. I was born a woman, grew taller than my father, put into a convent, too strong-willed to be a wife. Jesus was my bridegroom, but I chose another. Married to a rebel blade, I lived a Cossack's life. If you burn me, I won't scream. I'm a healer, a killer, a witch, and a nun. To control me, none would dream. They all call me Ataman. Call me Ataman. When the Tsar's enforcers finally subdued us, they could not believe there was a creature such as me. None could bend my bow, and I would bow to no one till my final breath. A Cossack I will be. Go on and burn me, I won't scream. I'm a healer, a killer, a witch, and a nun. To control me, none would dream. They all call me Ataman. Go on and burn me, I won't scream. I'm a healer, a killer, a witch, and a nun. To control me, none So if they want to channel a bit of that rebel spirit, you can wear a t-shirt. An Ataman t-shirt, which are available after we've sung all the songs for you tonight. And the next one is a lovely, gentle Cossack lullaby. Imagine a Cossack mother gazing so lovingly at her baby boy in his cradle and picturing how one day he will grow up to become a mighty Cossack warrior, destined to seek his glory in battle. And yet, the future that she imagines for herself is far less glorious. Pining away at home, hoping for her son's safe return, because no mother ever wants her baby to go to war. And this is an old story that just keeps repeating, like a stuck tape. Sons going to wars, mothers waiting. So where was that old tape that I misplaced the other day? Let's see.
Oh, is it?
Спи, младенец мой прекрасный, баюшки баю. Тихо смотрит месяц ясный в колыбель твою, в колыбель твою. Богатырь ты будешь с виду, и казак душой. Провожать тебя я выйду, ты махнешь рукой, ты махнешь рукой. Сколько горьких слез украдкой я в ту ночь пролью. Спи, мой ангел, тихо, сладко, баюшки баю, баюшки баю. Стану я тоской томиться, безутешно ждать, стану целый день молиться, по ночам гадать, по ночам гадать. Стану думать, что скучаешь ты в чужом краю. Спишь, пока забот не знаешь, баюшки баю, баюшки баю, баюшки баю, баюшки баю. The next song on Motherland is also a lullaby based on the Coventry Carol, which is a very bleak Christmas carol, which talks about events of a long time ago, the massacre of the innocents by King Herod, that sadly resonate very much with the world today when we're losing so many children. And it makes my heart ache so much. And I just wish that this song was not relevant anymore. I wrote those extra lyrics thinking about the mothers in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Gaza, in Ukraine, Sudan, everywhere around the world where mothers are powerless to protect their children from harm. Soft shall you sleep, yet mothers will weep for those we couldn't keep. It cuts too deep, my little tiny child, that life can be so cheap. Tiny child, lulule, lule, lulule, my little tiny child, lulule, lule, babies unborn and mothers torn, such is the human game. Some mad king in his raging, or just random chance to blame. Thank you. Now, if you thought that was emotional, wait for the next one. I didn't write the next one. It was written by Bob Dylan. He's trending at the moment, thanks to Timothée Chalamet. Have you all seen The Complete Unknown yet? I haven't. Tell me if this song is featured. It's called Masters of War. It is, yeah? Oh, cool. Yeah, lovely. So, well, not lovely at all. I mean, very powerful, but certainly lovely is not the word I would use to describe this song. But again, just sadly so very relevant. Come, ye masters of war, ye who build the big guns, you build the death planes, you build all the bombs, you hide behind walls, you hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your masks. You that never done nothing but built to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in my hand and you hide from my eyes, and you turn and run further when the fast bullets fly. Like Judas of old, you lie and deceive. World war can be won. You want me to believe, but I can see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, as clear as through water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers for others to fire. Then you sit back and watch as the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion as young people's blood flows out of their bodies and into the mud. You've thrown the worst fear that could ever be held. Fear to bring children into the world, for threatening my baby, unborn and unnamed. You ain't worth the blood that runs through your veins. Now what do I know? Out of turn, you might say that I'm young, and you might say I'm unlearned. Well, there's one thing I know, though I'm younger than you, even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Did you think that it could? Well, I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you've made will never buy back your soul. I hope that you die, and your death will come soon. I will follow your casket on a pale afternoon, and I'll watch as you're lowered down to your deathbed, and I'll stand on a grave till I'm sure that you're dead. Thank you. Now for the next song, we'll bring you some visions of my grandmother's homeland. Oh, is it? Good, good. So, I'm afraid to say this is another song that references the deportation of 1944, yet it's a song of so much resilience. It's got this unbelievable driving tune that's so full of zest and energy and just simple defiance. And to me, this is a song which I didn't write. The words are by Hamzat Asmiev from Ingushetia, himself a deportee. And the tune is traditional, which is why you will pick up its Eastern roots. A beautiful tune. Yes, this is a song that encapsulates the spirit of the English people. So, I would like you to join me in celebrating my mother's homeland, or Daimok. There's a refrain that I've kept in the original tongue. Sercu mehka valaš sona, Daimok dagauhar sona. Oh, sercu mehka valaš sana, Daimok dagauhar sona. As if I were back in the land of my forefathers, homeland, homeland fills my heart. And the rest of it is in English. persona. Thank you so much. Now the next song brings us back to my own journey and some wonderful people I encountered upon it, and some not so wonderful people, but I didn't write the song about the not so wonderful ones. So as I was dealing with the not so wonderful person, I met a wonderful person on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Her name was Una MacLeod, still is. She's still around, bless her. She wants me to come and see her this summer in her 90th year. And I got a very special gift from her when I last saw her. It was a song that her mother used to sing. So I reworked this song a little bit, put a few references to my own journey and Una's journey and her relationship with her own mum, who was clearly very precious to her. Hello? Is that Una calling? She does ring me out of the blue. No, seriously. Anyway, this is the story of Una, story of me, story of Una's mother, and mothers and daughters in general, and the links that we share across generations. The turn of the wheel, the steel of my will, returned me upon this shore. How was I to know 15 years ago that I will see you once more? How haunted I was, now I have a voice. I was longing, now I belong. The turn of the wheel, the steel of your will, you had to pass on the song. You gave me your mother's song. A song, let me sing, oh the sea notes ring. A song of the sea to sky. A song in the storm that breaks with the morn. A song of the seabirds cry. A song of the seabirds cry. A song is a ghost that longs for a voice. I give it my breath, I sing your mother's old song through me is reborn. Who knows, does it make us kin? Like mother and child, the Right. Next, I'll quickly tell you in fact, I'm going to tell you this story in a song, but I'll introduce the character, Ignatius Sancho. He was a black man who rose in the most unlikely of circumstances to fame and fortune in 18th century England against very, very tight odds. But it's enough to say that he was born on a slave ship. So his mere survival was a miracle. And yet, he felt he never belonged in English society. Of course, he campaigned as an abolitionist, and while in his lifetime, he didn't see much change. But change does take time. So the song is a little bit about that. And also, it questions all those children that are senselessly lost in wars and in other circumstances, or as victims of modern slavery, which still exists, shockingly enough. What if they were given a chance to thrive and live and to be ignited? For the spirit to be ignited. Baby, who rocked you? Only the ocean. Born on a slave ship, orphan to be, cradle or coffin, tossed on the sea. Little Ignatius, will you be free? Tossed like a coin, a flip in your favor, brought you to England, altered your state. Do you remember your new home in Greenwich? 3 sisters, 3 spinsters, spinning your fate. What are you dreaming of, little Ignatius? Was it the name that your mother gave you? Raised like a child of the privileged nations, your flame is ignited, you're born anew. Your flame is ignited, you're born anew. The Duke of Montague graced you with favor, charmed by your intellect, he saw your worth. To you his library was a new world, flame of humanity nurtured with words. What are you dreaming of, clever Ignatius? A hunger for learning awoken in you. You savor the arts of the privileged nations. Your mind is ignited, everything's new. Your mind is ignited, everything's new. You burn so brightly, golden Ignatius, renowned as refined in spirit and thought. With 7 children, happily married, never to know torment and toil. You burn so brightly, golden Ignatius, renowned as refined in spirit and thought. Not to be chained, not to be bought, you were allowed a voice and a vote. What are you dreaming of, famous Ignatius? Remember how few were as lucky as you. seemed of no use. Your wit was a weed in Britannia's garden. You lived like a lodger, not much abused. What are you dreaming of, loyal Ignatius? A flame burns for freedom, ignited in you. But profit is king in a privileged nation. The world keeps on turning, nothing is new. Dreaming was not in vain, constant Ignatius. Many a flame was ignited by you. Profit still rules in a privileged nation, but change must be coming, and hope's always new. Yes, change must be coming, and hope's always new. Thank you. Now the next one takes us to Scotland again, funnily enough. I've always been somehow, from my teens, fascinated by the persona of Bonnie Prince Charlie, because he does hold a certain appeal, especially to a young, impressionable soul. But he was a gambler who gambled not just his life, but so many other lives. And, you know, he came to charm, to claim a foreign land. Remember, he was raised somewhere else entirely. He claimed foreign land as his own and failed. But this song, which I didn't write, it was written by Robin Laing, a wonderful Scottish singer-songwriter. Well, it captures so much more than just Bonnie Prince Charlie's story and this romantic legend, and also, you know, the not so pretty underbelly of that romantic legend. It captures somehow all of us. The chorus claims that we are all young pretenders. Well, not that we're going to raise a rebellion to claim the British crown, but of all the pretending that we do in our lives. Our dreams, our desires, our ambitions, our lies. And the most human thing that brings us all together, binds us together, is a hope of better times. And I think we can all feel it right now, can't we? We do hope that the times will get better. So let's sing this song for a hope of better times. Whatever you think of Bonnie Prince Charlie himself. Summer was a long one, always on the run, moving through the moonlit night, resting in the sun. They said that you were cheerful, like a child in chasing play, or a gambler guessing recklessly when someone else will pay. Through the Western Highlands, round the Western Isles, an adventure trail through beauty, over countless weary miles, slipping like a shadow into legend, out of chance, watching for the tall, ghostly sailing ships from France. We are all young pretenders, looking for a sign, on a troubled journey through the landscape of the mind, looking to the future, trying hard to find a pathway and a promise and a hope of better times. They said that you were happy, always keen to take a dram, a bottle, that companion, always to your hand, perhaps to drown the memory, take away the sound, the cries of young men dying on the blood-stained ground. That summer must have changed you in fundamental ways, drawn the pattern and the script for your remaining days. Some men are most attracted to a cause that can't be won. Life has many flickering ghosts to make us hide and run, for we are all young pretenders looking for a sign on a troubled journey through the landscape of the mind, looking to the future, trying hard to find a pathway and a promise and a hope of better times. Yes, we are all young pretenders looking for a sign on a traveled journey through the landscape of the mind, looking to the future, trying hard to find a pathway and a promise and a hope of better times. And a hope of better times. Thank you so much. Now I believe there's just 2 songs left on the album, and 2 songs left tonight, unless you know better. Now, just one of those 2 remaining songs will feature the full band. It will be obvious why. But what I do note, and it wasn't even intentional, how somehow each song on the album really links into each other. So in the summer of '46, which I just sang, those words, some men are most attracted to a cause that can't be won. But, well, does that also, it doesn't just imply to pretenders for the British Crown. What about people who risk their lives to speak the truth against dictators? Are they fighting a cause that can't be won? Are they being, feeble-minded for doing so? I don't think so. So this is a song called Rise that is dedicated to political prisoners, to dissidents, to all those people who are so much braver than me for speaking out their heart directly to power when they're at genuine risk to their life itself. And yet they rise. And the truth, thanks to them, rises too. So let's sing it. Let's hope that a brighter future will rise for us as well. The mountain, the savior of all. He didn't steal the fire, it was in his soul. He will rise, rise, rise. A teacher climbed a mountain, a message for us all. The same Olympic fire burning in her soul. She will rise, rise, rise. No fear, she will rise, rise. nowhere to be found. They can lock you up, they can cast you down, yet truth will always rise. On a mountaintop, smothered in the earth, from a seed of hope, a flower always grows, and the truth will rise. Fear not, and the truth will rise. Rise, rise, shout from the rooftops of the world. No higher prize than this. From the mountain tall, one and all raise your voices for peace. From the mountain tall, one and all in a chorus of peace. Tide is rising, voices blending as one, shouting from the highest peaks. No more hiding, here we stand in the sun, in a world so starved of peace. Rise, rise, shout from the rooftops of the world. No higher prize than this. From the mountain tall, one and all raise your voices for peace. From the mountain tall, one and all in a chorus of rise, rise, shout from the rooftops of the world. No higher prize than this. From the mountain tall, one and all raise your voices for peace. From the mountain tall, one and all in a chorus of peace. Raise your voices for peace. Raise your voices for peace. Raise your voices for Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you. Please give yourselves a great big round of applause. Come on, don't be shy. Thanks to everybody at the Old Town Hall for welcoming me back after 10 years. Extra thanks to Keel Deaking on sound. Woohoo! Then, before I say goodbye to most of my band, I think Jonny's going to stay put just because, you know, he's on crutches and stuff. But let's say big, big thank you to him first. Jonny Dyer, ladies and gentlemen. Katrina Davies. Marina Osman. And the mysterious but totally real Jason Emberton. Now this is the last track on MotherLand. And again, there's a link from the previous song to this one. The teacher referenced in Rise was a humble female school teacher from my grandmother's homeland, Republic of Ingushetia, in the Russian Federation in the North Caucasus, who couldn't sleep at night thinking of all the lives, especially children's lives, lost in pointless wars around the world. So she was, in fact, no ordinary school teacher. You'll never remember her name because it is quite a tongue twister. Leila Albogacheva. Well, Leila, you might remember that. So she, in fact, was an Olympic athlete as well as being a school teacher. She was the first Russian woman, well, Russian citizen, to conquer Everest, not once, but twice. Which makes it really odd that as she was climbing Mount Elbrus, again, not for the first time, with a mission to record a video plea for peace, she didn't come back. So, yes, she couldn't sleep at night. But I will sing you a lullaby, a Ukrainian lullaby. In Ukrainian, about two kindly spirits, dream and slumber, wandering around a cozy, sleepy, snow-clad village, looking for a place to spend the night and bring their blessings upon that home where a tiny baby sleeps peacefully and a cat purrs. Now, how far removed is that image from reality? The ambient track behind this lullaby that you can hear now and that you can also hear on the album was created by Jason from field recordings on the 24th of February 2022 in Kiev.
Теплесенька, де дитина малесенька, туди підем ночувати, дитинонька буде спати. На дитину та дрімота, котик буде воркотати, дитинонька буде спати. Хатонька теплесенька, де дитина малесенька, ходи до нас ночувати і дитину колисати. Ходи do nás chodí do nás chodí do nás.
Thank you. Marina, Katrina, please come back. Thank you so much. So yes, we'll sing you an extra song. Thank you. Thank you. And this one is on my third album, Earthly Delights. Didn't quite make the top 10, but you know, some people voted for it. And it's a good remedy against bad rulers. I think we all need it today. Well, let me tell you a little bit more. So I wrote this song when things started turning a bit ugly in Ingushetia again, when the president started severely mistreating the people, suppressing peaceful protests and all the usual routine. And I'm not talking about President Putin here, I'm talking about the president of the English Republic. Anyway, but I don't think to give you too many examples. We don't need to think too far in time or too far geographically to think about people who aren't very good at ruling or treating the people or even thinking about the people, even realizing that the people exist. So how can we deal with that? Well, you know what? That's something we I guess I can call myself British now. We use humor. We laugh at them. Yes. I guess, thinking of them with their pants down in the morning on the loo, things like that. So, yeah, that should work. Anyway, Greedy King.
There lived a king, a greedy king. He's robbed his people dry. His tax collectors roamed the land to reap and rave from end to end, to pillage low and high. And when with loot they did return and stood before the throne, the king commanded, tell me true, what did the people do? The people wailed and mournfully did cry, in floods of tears, with tearing of their hair. Then said the king, go back, those peasants lie. They've plenty more to be collected there. And when again they did return and stood before the throne, the king commanded, tell me true, this time what did they do? The people swore and angrily did yell, and cursed and ranted most rebelliously. Then said the king, as far as I can tell, go back again,
there's pickings left for me. And when once more they did return and stood before the throne, the king demanded, tell me true, this time, what did they do? The people laughed, possessed with mirth and fun. In fits of giggles, all of them did roll. Then smiled the king, at last your work is done. Now they have truly nothing left at all. Heed my warning, men of goat, and the king comes to prey on us with his knights in armor gold, and it's Armageddon as they pass. So let us be wild and let us be merry, jest and jump, the jig of fools. On our heads will proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. Kings may come and kings may go, grim death itself will call one day. Let's go berserk by doing so, we'll cheat and chase our death away. So let us be wild and let us be merry, jest and jump, the jig of fools. On our heads we'll proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. On our heads we'll proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. Let's be wild and let us be merry, jest and jump, the jig of fools. On our heads we'll proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. Yeah, let's be wild and let's be merry, jest and jump, the jig of fools. On our heads we'll proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. On our heads we'll proudly carry madness like a crown of jewels. Thank you so much. And another big round of applause, please, for the MotherLand Band.